Hello, third and fourth grade. For our project this week, we are learning about motion and how lines make it look like there's motion or it creates the motion. And we're going to be learning about the artist Keith Haring again. If you were here in kindergarten and first grade, you may remember we did a project with him a few years ago. But we're going to do the little Keith Haring people, and we're going to do echo lines going around them. And we're going to use crayon and marker to do that. Crayon on the people, markers for the echo lines, because the echo lines are where the emphasis is, meaning that's what you want people to look at. Okay, so on the next screen, I'm going to show you all the supplies you need, and we're going to read the book, and then we'll get started. Okay, so for your Keith Haring echo pictures, you're going to need a pencil, Sharpie, an eraser, paper, and some markers. So hit pause, get your supplies together, and let's get started. Okay, so for our Keith Haring echo pictures, we are going to start off with some stick figures. Okay, you can draw two, or you could draw three. You could draw a big one in the middle and two smaller ones on the side, or you could do two fairly big ones on each side. I think I'm going to do two, one on each side. And you want to draw light, because you know you're going to erase these stick figures. They're not going to stay. So be sure you draw really light. And I'm going to draw the head and the body. And then over here, and don't worry, it won't just be that. I'm going to draw another head and another body. And again, notice how I'm drawing light and sketchy. So one, I can change it if I need to, and two, I can erase it because I know I will need to. Okay, now, when we do the arms and legs, we're going to do them a little different than what you're used to. Usually with a stick figure, people just do the arms, legs, and they call it a day. All right, we're not going to do ours that way. So let me erase those real quick. I would use my good eraser, but I'm a little limited on my hands here. Okay, so to draw the arms, first I'm going to draw one that's going up like that at an angle, and I drew that one too dark. Don't draw that dark. And then I'm going to draw another one part that comes down. This is still the same arm. That's like where the elbow is. And then I'm going to draw just a little segment for the hand. Okay? So it's supposed to look like his arm is like behind him. Actually, I wonder if his hand should be like that, because that looks like that would hurt. All right, then I'm going to draw another one over here. And part of it going up like this. And a little segment for the hand. Okay, hopefully you're starting to see that kind of come together. Now for this leg, it's going to come down at an angle, kind of like what you would expect. But then it's going to come back up like a zigzag line. And then a little line for the leg. Or the foot, sorry. So it's like a zigzag line. Okay. And then I'm going to have the leg going up here and down. And a little line for the foot. So do you see how it looks like he's running? It looks really cool. I like it. Okay, now this guy, it's going to be like he's running towards him. Maybe these guys are running towards each other. Okay, so for his arms, he's going to have one coming out like that, and then one out like that. So basically they're matching, but then it comes up and up. So it's like he's going, hey, what's up with that? Okay, and then over here, one leg is going to go like that, and down, and a little foot. And then this one's going to come back, and up, and a foot. Actually, it looks like he's dancing like, woo, when you stand up on one foot. That looks funny. funny story real fast. I live in an apartment building, and there was this big muscular guy, like a weight bodybuilder type of guy, and he walked in, or was walking out a door right where my husband and I were standing there, and the guy squealed like a girl and kicked up one leg, went ooh. We laughed so hard because he was just this big muscle bound guy, so it was kind of funny. All right, anyway, back to our work. Now that we have our stick figures, the cool thing about Keith Haring, his people that he draws, is they're basically a stick figure turned into a shape. So I'm going to trace around the shape with rounded, curved lines all the way around. You may remember a little bit about this from when you were younger, and we learned about Keith Haring back then. And I go all the way around. Look at that. Oh, I love this. This is really cool. And now same thing here. I trace around it with rounded shapes all the way around. And then we will erase our stick figures. But don't start erasing yet. We have one little thing we have to do first. Look at that. It looks awesome. I actually love this. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take our black Sharpie and we are going to trace around the outline that we just made. We are not, I repeat, we are not going to trace over the stick figure. Okay, don't do that, all right? So if you don't have a Sharpie, you can use a black crayon or you can use a regular black. All right. So again, do not trace over the stick figure. It is just the outline. And then when I'm finished with the Sharpie, I will erase the stick figures. Okay, so let me fast forward to finish the Sharpie. You can hit pause and finish your Sharpie, but again, do not trace over the stick figures. Okay, so we finished our Sharpie. Now we need to erase the stick figures. And if you drew light enough, hopefully you did, and if you erase it well enough, nobody will ever know that that's how you made these people. And these people shapes are really fun. Now, just like always, if you wanted to change a little something, you can. It doesn't have to look just like Miss Thompson's. But you do need to be doing something with the Keith Haring people showing movement, because that's what we're learning about this week is movement. How we can take lines and make a drawing or a painting, or sometimes even a sculpture, and make it look like it's moving. Or at least you help the viewer, that's the person looking at the art, you help them understand it's supposed to be moving. You think about it, when you're an artist, you have an audience. You have someone that, hopefully you have someone that's looking at your art. All right, so I did all my erasing. So if you're still erasing, hit pause and finish erasing, and then come back. And we are going to take our crayons, and we're going to color both of these people with a solid color, meaning just one color. And I'm going to do one with warm colors and one with cool colors, even though we're not learning about warm and cool right now. You don't have to color yours that way, though, if you don't want to. I'm going to color this person with, let's see this blue here, if I can get it out. It's not, I want the robin's egg blue. Yeah, I'm going to color this one with that blue. And I'm going to color this one with some pink, because that's the guy that got scared and went, ooh! Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to color my people. I'm going to color neatly. I'm going to cover all the white. I'm going to choose a direction and stick with it. So I'm going to fast forward to color both of these guys. You can hit pause and color yours, and then come back and I'll show you how we're going to do the echo lines. Okay, so you can see I colored this person blue, and I colored this, or actually, yeah, I guess it is blue and pink. And if you have a little brother or sister here at the school in second, first, or kinder, you may know that they did the exact opposite, where they colored their people with marker and did the background with crayon. We're doing the reverse, and we did our people with crayon, and we're going to do our background with marker, because for us, the background is more important, because the background is where those echo lines are going to be, and the echo lines show the movement. So if that doesn't make sense right now, hopefully it will once we're done. But I'm going to take my markers, and I'm going to start with this guy, and I am going to use my cool colors. Now again, you don't have to do it that way. If you want to use different colors, you can. Okay, so I've got those ready to go, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with a purple, because it'll be a little different than the teal or the robin's egg blue, and I am outlining him. But I'm going to outline him kind of thick. It's a real thick line, so I'm going to have to kind of go back and forth a little bit. See how I'm making it a big, thick, bold line. But I'm covering the white. I'm not going to leave little pieces of white here and there. And I'm going to go all the way around. It's kind of like making a halo around it almost. And this on the camera, it probably looks like I'm using a navy, but this is actually a purple. The camera kind of distorts colors, meaning it changes them. All right, so I'm going to fast forward to finishing this one, and then that way you'll be able to do yours. Okay, so now I took my purple and I went all the way around him, and I did a nice thick line. Okay, so now I'm going to take my green, and again, you don't have to use the same colors, and I'm going to do it again, but this time with the green. And again, make it thick. Try to make it about the same thickness if you can. All right, and I'm going to go all the way around. You can do yours as well. And I'm going to fast forward. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you can always hit pause. Okay, so I finished my green stripe. Notice how it's starting to go off the edge of the paper now, and that's okay. That's actually a really good thing. Now I'm going to take a light blue and do a third one. Again, make it about the same thickness and go all the way around. Alright, and I'm going to fast forward with this one. Remember, again, if I'm going too fast, hit pause. Okay, and so now I have my light blue done. Now once you've done 3 stripes, hit the pause button, or not literally, stop with this one for the moment and go over to your other one on the other side and do 3 stripes for them. Now I'm doing warm colors for this one. So I got my pinks and my reds and my oranges and my yellows. Okay, and I'm going to do 3 stripes around it. I think I'm going to do probably red, orange, and yellow since he's pink. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward to do the 3 stripes. I'm going to do it just like this one, but on this guy. I'm going to do red all the way around. Pretend I went all the way around. And then I'll do yellow all the way around. Again, nice thick stripes. And then I'll do orange all the way around. Okay, and you're going to get real tight, like right around here. Don't overlap, just go right up to the first one and stop. Okay, so let me fast forward and go all the way around so you can see. Okay, so now the teal is going all the way around. Notice how they touch right here. So when I do this next one, when I do this pink, it's just going to come down to this point and stop. And then I'll pick up on the other side. I'm not going to draw on top of the other colors. And I'll go all the way around with the pink. Just like this. Notice how it goes off the edge here. And again, that's okay. It's almost going off the edge here. And now I'm going to go back over to these. I have a dark blue now. And I'm going to take it. Ooh, look how nice that looks. And I'm going to go all the way around. But again, when I get here, it's just going to come up to it. It's not going to go over, and that's why you want to go back and forth. You don't want to try to do one of them completely and then do the other one, because it'll be pushing the other one out. Okay, so let me go all the way around. Okay, and just like this, all the way around. I did 5 cool colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so now I'm going to do the 5th one with this one. It's a darker pink. Go all the way around. Oh, and one thing I wanted to show you real quick. See how it's closing off? And that's okay. So let me go all the way around with the dark pink. Okay, so now I have 5 going around both of them, and then I still have a lot of white space everywhere, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to repeat these colors again. So on this one I did purple first. So I'm going to do purple again. I'm going to fill in this little strange spot with purple because the stripe going around would fill that up. Sometimes you have to use your imagination to think, what would happen here? Just see it before you create it. And you're going to notice these spaces get smaller and smaller as you go around. And that's okay, because that means you're getting closer to being finished. All right, so let me fast forward. I'm going to do a cool color, warm color, cool color, warm color. And I'm going to keep going until I'm done. And then that's what you have when you're done. So see how I covered all the white? I stuck with the shape the whole way, covered the whole page, even in these little corners and areas. And notice how, because we colored the people with crayon and we did the echo lines with the marker, it puts the emphasis, or it makes you look at the echo lines, because that's what's important on this picture, is really the background space around the people. And then I always get this question when we do Keith Haring people, but no, please do not put faces on them or shoes or clothes or anything like that, because the whole thing about the Keith Haring people is that they're just the shape, nothing else, and they're showing the movement. And then when you were younger, you may remember how we did the Sharpie and did the little motion lines, but we don't need to do that with this one because the echo lines do it for us. Okay, so be sure you upload it. You could email it to me, or you can upload it on that form. But I would love to put these in the virtual art show. I think these are amazing. And I want to have at least one piece of art for every single person in our virtual art show. So be sure you submit that. Of course, you can have more than one. That's not a problem at all. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I had a lot of fun. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.